The day of the sacrifice had finally arrived. The entire kingdom of Adoka gathered by the sacred river, their hearts heavy with sorrow and reverence. As priests chanted ancient hymns, the air was thick with emotion. Among the crowd stood Princess Ojima, dressed in a flowing white gown. Her eyes shone with determination and love for her people. She had accepted her fate, ready to save the kingdom she cherished. Join us as we delve into this powerful story of love, sacrifice, and the enduring spirit of a princess who became a legend. Please subscribe. Once upon a time, in the heart of ancient Africa, there was a prosperous kingdom named Adoka. The land was fertile, the rivers were full, and the people lived in harmony. The kingdom was ruled by King Ejo, a wise and just leader who was loved by his people. King Ejo had one child, a beautiful daughter named Princess Ojima, who was the light of his life. King Ejo's leadership had brought peace and prosperity to Adoka. Festivals celebrating the harvest were grand affairs, and the kingdom's wealth was renowned throughout the region. Merchants traveled from distant lands to trade their goods in Adoka's bustling markets. Princess Ojima, known for her kindness and wisdom, often mingled with the people, offering words of encouragement and sharing in their joys and sorrows. She was not only adored by the kingdom but also respected for her intelligence and grace. One fateful year, a terrible drought struck Adoka. The once mighty rivers dwindled to mere trickles, the lush green fields turned to arid plains, and the animals, which had once roamed freely, began to perish. The people of Adoka grew desperate as they watched their once thriving land turn to dust. Despite King Ejo's best efforts to bring relief, the situation worsened. The priests and elders gathered to seek answers from the gods, performing rituals and prayers, but the drought persisted. Farmers abandoned their barren fields, artisans closed their shops, and children cried from hunger. The air was filled with a sense of despair, and King Ejo felt the weight of his people's suffering upon his shoulders. He rode through the kingdom, speaking with the villagers, trying to find any glimmer of hope or solution. But everywhere he went, he found the same sadness and desperation. One night, as King Ejo slept, he had a vivid dream. In his dream, the ancient river goddess, Mawu, appeared before him. She spoke in a voice as deep as the ocean and as soft as the morning breeze. "King Ejo," she said, "the drought that plagues your land is not a natural disaster. It is a curse placed upon Adoka because of an ancient wrong committed by your ancestors. To lift the curse, a great sacrifice must be made. You must offer your most precious possession to the gods." King Ejo woke up in a cold sweat, his heart heavy with dread. He knew what the goddess meant. He had to sacrifice his beloved daughter, Princess Ojima. Torn between his duty as a king and his love as a father, he spent sleepless nights pondering the dream. He consulted with the priests and elders, who confirmed that the goddess's message was true. The only way to save the kingdom was to sacrifice Princess Ojima. King Ejo tried to think of other solutions. He summoned the wisest minds in the kingdom, hoping for an alternative. He searched ancient texts and performed every possible ritual. But nothing changed. The drought persisted, and the land continued to suffer. The weight of the decision bore down on him, and he grew more somber with each passing day.
King Ejo was devastated. He couldn't bear the thought of losing his only child, but he also couldn't watch his kingdom suffer and die. Princess Ojima, wise beyond her years, noticed her father's anguish. One evening, she approached him and gently placed her hand on his shoulder. "Father," she said, "I can see the pain in your eyes. Tell me what troubles you." With a heavy heart, King Ejo told her about the dream and the terrible decision he faced. Tears welled up in Ojima's eyes, but she remained composed. "If my sacrifice will save our people and bring life back to our land, then I will do it," she said bravely. "I love our kingdom and its people as much as you do. I am willing to give my life for them." King Ejo was overcome with grief, but he knew his daughter spoke the truth. He called for a meeting with the elders and priests to prepare for the sacrificial ceremony. The news of the impending sacrifice spread through the kingdom, and the people were heartbroken. They loved their princess dearly and couldn't bear the thought of losing her. However, they understood the gravity of the situation and the necessity of the sacrifice. The days leading up to the sacrifice were filled with an eerie calm. The people of Adoka held vigils, praying for a miracle that might save their beloved princess. They adorned their homes with flowers and symbols of hope, and at night, the kingdom was lit with the soft glow of countless candles, each flame a silent plea to the gods. Princess Ojima spent her last days visiting the villages, bidding farewell to the people she had come to know and love. She offered words of comfort and promised them that her spirit would always be with them. The children, especially, clung to her, their innocent hearts unable to grasp the full weight of her sacrifice. Ojima's courage and serenity inspired everyone, giving them strength to face the impending loss. She also spent time in the palace gardens, her favorite place, where she and her father had shared many happy moments. As she walked through the familiar paths, she remembered the stories King Ejo told her about their ancestors, the history of Adoka, and the lessons of courage and leadership. She felt a profound connection to her heritage and knew her sacrifice was part of a larger tapestry of their people's history. The day of the sacrifice arrived. The entire kingdom gathered by the sacred river to witness the ceremony. The priests chanted ancient hymns, and the air was thick with sorrow and reverence. Princess Ojima, dressed in a flowing white gown, stood by her father's side. She looked calm and resolute, her eyes shining with determination and love for her people.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the story of Princess Ojima and King Ejo. We hope you found their tale of love, sacrifice, and courage as inspiring as we did. But the story doesn't end here. There's so much more to discover about the legacy of Adoka and the challenges they faced. Make sure to watch part 2, where we delve deeper into the aftermath of the sacrifice and the enduring impact on the kingdom. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories from around the world. Click the link below or in the description to continue with part 2. See you there. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more incredible tales.